make this world my own. And when she died, I should have cried and spared myself some pain. You left me incomplete, all alone as the memories still remain. The way we were, the chance to save my soul, and my concern is now in vain.
Oh, Trevor, what's going on, legend?
Unlock my door and pass the cemetery gate.
Hey, my beautiful mum's here too. Jeez, I'll tell you what, I'm really going bald up here. Melinda, Amelia, Jamie, what is going on? Old mate, Mark P, what's going on, legend? Peoples on this Friday evening. Boomerang girl, Buddles, everyone, what is going on? Well, you are home with your family here, Amelia. We are all one big family. Jamie Greenwood, been good, thank you, and thank you, legend. Calder, what's going on? Colin, Danielle, the Bosman, what is going on? Jeffrey Clancy, what is going on, skis? Friday evening, everyone's here. Are you talking about your mouth?
This a conspiracy, crucified for no sin.
True. That's a good way to put it. Oh, love it.
Lost within my plans for life, it all seems so unreal. I'm a man cutting.
I don't know, Murat. You'll have to ask your mum. She has got the answers for that question. Nah, it's not. It's just a version that I don't play very often. Colin. Do I believe in Jesus? I mean, obviously. No comment? I don't know. Project Hail Mary, that's it. Oh, never a dull moment, Stephen. I think somebody scribbled on my face. No. Wait, I'll have to get a mirror. Found out yesterday. I mean, yeah, congratulations. Yeah, I know. So I've been told 100 times since the video. Thank you, legends. I did make a new one though, Colin. Or like stole a new one. Depends which way you look at it. Benny Colt, what's going on, legend? I'm gonna turn that. Oh, you know what? You're right. I do keep forgetting. Am I British? Yeah. What gave you that idea?
There's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through. Say, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing the star again. There I go. Turn the page.
Oh yeah, it's Good Friday today. You can't eat red meat today, apparently, so don't do that. Oi, Tex is here. Buddles. No way that just was. Lorraine, what's going on? MCM, Spook. I accidentally ate a hamburger. I forgot. I know. I accidentally ate a 3-cheese Philly steak Subway footlong too. But it's all right because I can fucking do Hail Marys and stuff like that. Repent. I can repent. Hang on. I can't remember. How did we used to repent as children when I was at church? Sorry, that was a sick joke. But if you can't laugh about it, what can you do?
Every ounce of energy you try to give away as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening as you lie awake in bed with the echoes from the amplifiers ringing in your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said. Oh, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go.
Balls, thank you, mate. I do try. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we all knew that there was going to be an ending to the Desi story one day. But I will say this, right? I actually said to JJ about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now actually, but about just over a week before it happened, I was like, I have a feeling that something big's going to happen soon in the Desi case. And JJ goes, like what? And I said, I really don't know. I said, I just have this feeling that, I don't know, something is going to happen. Next minute. Yeah, all right. Tex, I promise you I will call you after this live. I am currently living with a teenager without a phone at the moment, so yeah, very few and far between I get to use this thing.
But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing much to do.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot going on in the old Desi saga. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Well, let's be 100% honest here, though. So, like, yeah, like I really just, it's been this way the whole, like since the start. If I'm honest, you know, like holy shit, do I believe that?
Well, you walk into a restaurant, strung out from the road, and you feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you.
I bought my booze early because I knew I had a Chaos Chronicles live sesh going. Let's go! Oi, Uru, what's going on? Oh fuck. Do you reckon they'll announce Desi's funeral, etc.? Nah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the family will keep that all pretty quiet. There's not going to be a viewing though, I'll guarantee you that much. However it did end, I promise you there's not a viewing. Thank you, Tez. Welcome in, legend. It's just wild how we randomly found a house that was unoccupied and the owner was in Tasmania. Yeah, look, I don't want to say, like, do you know what I mean? Like I said in my video tonight, yeah, I don't know. Like that guy, I don't know if he's like, he might just be generally a nervous person, but there was something going on in that video. I don't know. And I don't know. If you know, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like there was definitely a lot of deception markers going off with that video. That's for sure. MSM wrote an article on the businessman who spotted Desi in South Africa. Worth reading. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was the song I put on TikTok. South Africa, yeah, it does. So if you guys remember, like a few months ago now, I did the video on the sighting of Jeffrey Epstein and the person who said it. So the guy that said that. So I haven't seen this latest news update, but I know a little bit about that guy. And so this guy has a pretty like he works for the AFL. I'm led to believe anyway. And I mean, there was no reason not to believe that guy. I mean, yeah, he's not like he's it's not like someone that you shouldn't believe anyway. Nah, no worries, legends. Oh, yeah, nice. We used to have one. It was called something Wizard or something.
Cold nights, fast fights, had nothing to lose. Wrong side of the tracks, wrong friends, wrong calls. Learn real quick how to build brick walls. Sirens sang lullabies, steel door slam. Mama prayed hard, but the street shook my hand. Ink on my skin, dirt on my name. Every day surviving inside the flame. Gangs, fight clubs, patches on my chest.
Yep. I wrote this song too, by the way. But yeah, it is getting cold. Sam, what's going on, legend?
4 times death, try to take my breath. 4 times I stood back up from the edge. I ain't a preacher,
I'm a prime example.
yeah, I gambled, I wore the scars, I paid the cost, almost lost my life, almost lost it all. Now I stand here, saying hear me loud, that life ain't freedom, it'll bury you down from my club night.
Oh, thank you, legend.
Chaos crew forever, yeah, this one's for you.
Jesus. You know what? I used to. So when I was younger, right? I used to So my mates used to be in a metal band, and they used to like pay me money to write them songs. They never became big or anything, but I used to. So like, it's crazy, right? So it's hard to do when you fucking can't write. So I always used to have somebody that would do it for me. So like, but I never used to write songs. I used to write poetry, yeah. But I used to all in my head because I couldn't read and write. And so if I ever wanted to write them down, I would just say it to people and punctuate it. I think the right word is. But I wish that I could write well back then, so I would have a lot of this stuff written down. You know, there was a time when I could like literally just go in and remember songs, but yeah, like I'm getting old now, and that doesn't happen. When you hit 50,000 subs, does YouTube send you the framed plaque? Nah, so that happens at 100,000. But we're on our way. We're on our way. We're getting there. We just hit 46,000. We're about to hit 46,100. The video I posted 3 hours ago is on 9,000 views. 421 comments. It's actually got 421 comments and 590 likes. It's almost got... Wow. Yeah, it's been going off this week. I'm actually really, really happy with it, I guess. Yeah, like... oh, there we go. We just hit... It was on 46,099 before. It's on 46,100 now. How's the fuel? Look, like I'm blessed that I'm not allowed to drive until next Monday. But yeah. So, but yeah, it's very expensive. I know. The last time I was able to fill my car up, it was $2.90 something a litre, and that was like almost 3 weeks ago now, and yeah, it's a lot more than that now, and it's still like, I don't know, the government's taking money off or some shit, I don't know.
Born where the rail split the town in two. Cold nights, fast fights, had nothing to lose. Wrong side of the tracks, wrong friends, wrong calls. Learn real quick how to build brick walls.
Was face tattoo pain? Nah, look, if I'm honest, like, I used to have this saying: the closer your tattoos are to your head, the more it hurts. But till I started tattooing my head, that doesn't. Yeah, so every tattoo on my, like above my jawline, did not really hurt. Oi, Benny Colt, Buddles, thank you, legend. Um, but yeah, like I'm not one of these people who sits here and says they didn't hurt. Like they still hurt. I just thought it was gonna really, really hurt because your face has got heaps of nerve endings and stuff in there. So I thought it was gonna hurt a lot, but they really didn't. So I'm always asked, right? And so I have the tattoo. I have a tattoo on the bottom of my foot. I've showed some of you guys on this live. That at one stage went from the tip of my middle toe all the way to the tip of my heel, right? Which I'd done myself with an outline needle too. I didn't do that with a single needle outline. I done it with an outline needle and tattooed a big thick line right down the middle of my foot because everyone said that was the most hurty spot to get it, you know? Hey, what is that? What is that thing, Boomerang Girl? Balls! Thank you, legend. Oh, that must be one of the new animated gifts they were saying about. Oh, that's a mystery gift, apparently. Thank you, legend. Buddles. That was cool. It's the first time I've seen one of those. Thank you, legend. Yeah, so I guess so. Like, I enjoy tattooing myself. I know I don't recommend it. But yeah. Whoa! Wowzers! What the fucking Jesus! Good on you, legend. Well done, mate. Oi! Fucking Jesus, bro. A red one. Who would have known they made them that colour? Butters, you bloody legend. Thank you, guys. Seriously, thank you so much, legends. Iru, you bloody legend. Boomerang Girl, you bloody legend. Benny Cole, bloody legends. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, how funny is it that is the troll's name? Look at it. Hughes. Oi, bro, we share the same name. Do you know why? Because I'm your dad. Ask your mum, she'll tell ya. Knock on your mum's door. Peer around the corner, you might see this. Don't come in here being a troll, dipshit. Oh, you thought that one was lame? This one. There you go. You've been put in timeout for 86,000 seconds. Look at that. I'm not even joking. If you read that there, it says Hughes Pipe timed out by the Chaos Chronicles for 86,000 seconds. Oi, silly Billy, what's going on, legend? Oi, I give you my fucking word, brother. I promise ya, I will speak to ya. I'll call ya after this live, legend. Text. This is another Chaos Crew song I wrote. Where's my volume button? Biff, do you sleep, mate? You're a busy man. So of course I fucking sleep. But yeah, I mean it is a a very altered sleep life when you make social media, that is for sure. Oh, yeah. So to LOPs, loss of privileges. What footy team do I barrack for? What footy team do I look like I barrack for? I just know that you're going to say, I know what you're going to say. Oh, if I wasn't live on my phone now, I'd type it there. Where's a pen? I'm going to write it on my hand. To say my own look, the floor is lava. The floor is lava. Anyway, what do I just miss? Oi, Spook sent a silver star. Buttles. Thank you, legend. So I'll tell you what, right? I'll write it down what team I thought you were going to say. I haven't scrolled up in the comments, but I just know by the way I look, I always get told that I look like I barrack for this team. And this pen's been a fucking dickhead, so I can't write it all. So I'm just going to look. Cole. I always get told I look like a Collingwood supporter. I think it's the teeth. I don't know. The top are fucking A1 perfect. I know. I fucking paid for them. I can't wait to get my bottom ones done, if I must say. This is all Chaos Crew. This is all fucking Chaos Crew music that you haven't heard before.
Late night songs lit, waiting on the stream. Countdown hit 0, yeah, you know what I mean. Different towns, different lives.
Just because you said I look like Chester Bennington, this is the closest one I've got. Are you a scary guy or a humble guy? I am so humble, but like I am the most humble guy you will ever meet, right? And this is the truth in reality and on social media, yeah. But if people come in here and they want to like disrespect myself or want to disrespect anyone in the chat, yeah, my humbleness like takes a little bit of a step back, and I'll let people know that we don't tolerate that here. But I mean, generally, I am a very humble person, yes. It's been 3 years since I've literally hurt somebody, so I think that's like saying a lot. And yeah. Oh yeah, so that was before I used to get into editing a little bit like I do now, and so that outro song is still up on a lot of videos. So here's the truth, right? It's pretty cool if you ask me. So I got a copyright strike, right? So that's actually me singing, right? That's me singing, but I'm using their music, right? And so that was the copyright strike. But so the band is Reed Southall Band, and that the song that I was singing is Why by Reed Southall Band. And then the exact same thing happened I changed it to Loser from 3 Doors Down, and then I actually used free music, and then I got a copyright strike again because like apparently like words are copyrighted and stuff like that. I was like, fucking wow. But here's the truth. So both of them, so Reed Southall band and Three Doors Down, rest in peace to the lead singer, died the other week. Both said that I can keep that up. I just can't get paid for those videos. And to me, I was like, that's pretty cool. I was like, you know, that's pretty cool to me. I like both them bands. Oi, Amelia Buttles, thank you for your membership, legend.
This ain't just a screen. If you know,
You know.
you know. Chaos crew. Late nights, phone lit, waiting on the stream.
I love that bit. Chaos Crew.
Different towns, different lives, different scars.
Great premiere tonight. Thank you. Like, look, yeah, they've been going really well this week. And yeah, I guess that, you know, the bonus of me like putting all the work in is that like you guys don't have to go and dive in for the information. And yeah, I actually enjoy doing it. Oh, thank you, legend. Buggles. I'll tell you what we're gonna do, right? I gave 10 memberships away over the last 2 days as well. So either tomorrow night or Sunday night, we will do a members only live chat. I'm going to start doing more for the members, and I know I post members only videos and stuff, but yeah, I want to start doing more for you legends. So we're going to do, because I can do members only lives. I know that's going to upset people that can't afford memberships and stuff. That's exactly why I've been giving them away. Yeah. I want to ask, are you famous? No, I'm not famous. Yeah, like it's about the only thing I haven't tried out yet, and like if I'm honest, the only reason I haven't is because I don't want people to miss out, you know. But also, you know, I have to you know, cater for everybody, which is hard to do, but I do try my best. Oi, Lou Colt, you bloody legend, Buttles. Biff, are you still going to do Patreon? Should I change it to a channel membership? So, I mean, I guess at this time, I would say, like, I'm trying to keep everything on the same platform. And, like, although, like, you have to use Patreon for some videos because you just cannot post them on here. But I don't do that very regularly. Oi, Eru, you bloody legends, just bloody sent out another 10 memberships. So if your name is now in green, and I'll tell you who got one. So, Sir Angus Fungus, Oi, TP got one. Benny Colt got one. John Doe got one. Daniel McDonald got one. Sovereign, I'm just going to say Sovereign got one. Stephen Shannon got one. Stepson Shannon. Adam Kramer. Bittersweet. And who? There you go, legends. Bulls, oi, thank you, you bloody legend, Eru. So there you go. Anyone whose name is now in green will be able to join the live. But so So if I'm going to be doing that, I'll say Sunday night. Yeah, I'll say Sunday night, and then because I already gave out my free what's the names today, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. So no doubt I'll do a live tomorrow night, which won't be a members live, and I'll give out some memberships as well. So we'll try and get as many of you legends as members as we can. Yeah, Luke Holt, you're in green, mate.
More than numbers climbing overnight when the world gets cold and the days feel rough. This place right here is more than enough. With a chaos crew. Yeah,
Oi, thank you, Iru, you bloody legend. Bloody gone crazy tonight. Thank you.
we don't ever fall. When Biff goes live, yeah, we answer the call. With a
Chaos crew.
every night we ride different stories. Same fire inside when the screen lights up and the chat breaks through. That's a home right there. Chaos crew.
I've got so many of these songs that I just play around with, you know.
Some come for laughs, some come for truth, some just need somewhere they can feel heard too. No judgment here, just real one strong. If you're chaos crew, you know.
G'day, what's happening? No, not much. We're just sitting here talking about the Church of Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints. If that's something that interests you, you should hang around. I'm joking, by the way. Sorry. I didn't want 100 people to leave.
No fake love, no pretend, just family vibes to the very end.
So, what I will say is this, Binksy. Definitely better off. I don't want you to waste your money on memberships if I'm not posting videos on Patreon. That's the truth. I don't want to take your money, you know. So the truth is, I can post videos on Patreon and you don't have to pay for them. So we'll just do that. If there's ever a video where I have to ask people to leave YouTube and go over there, the last thing I want to do is be asking for money off them, you know, and I find it really, really hard to do that. So that's another reason why I don't do Patreon, but you can do free stuff on Patreon. There hasn't been very many videos that I've had to go on Patreon and do. There's been a few. There's been a few that I was gonna put on there that got like kicked off here in a heartbeat. But like I would say 100%. I want to try and keep everyone on YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed to my second YouTube, I've just added it to the channel page now, which is exact same as this YouTube channel, which is the Chaos Chronicles, which is the Chaos Chronicles and that middle apostrophe thing, you know, not the one that goes at the bottom, the one that goes in the fucking middle of the words. Is it called a semi? I don't know what it's called. I'm not even going to pretend. Those things. Anyway, and then you just put a 2 on the end. That's my second profile. So we're going to start using that one as well. Because also, what I've just realised with that one, also, oi, Buddles, thank you. AW, how do I say that? AWOL Stew. Of course that's how you say it. Thank you, legend. Buddles. So for those of you that have just joined and you're only new here, when I go Buddles and punch the screen, I'm not punching you in the face. I'm actually saying, like, we have a saying here at the Chaos Chronicles where I go Bluetooth it. Yeah, Bluetooth it. And that's like me saying, pound it up, mate. Knuckles, Bluetooth it. Buzz. Boof. Buddles. Boof. Oh, yeah, hang on, wait. You're a good old soul, Biffo. Oh, thank you, mate.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He trade the world for the good things.
Boy, Spook just sent out 5 memberships as well. Thank you, you bloody legend. Butters. Who got one? Mike Heatherson got one. AJ got one. Shane Smith got one. 77 Taylor got one. Rhyme That Baffles got one. Well done, legends.
Spent his very last time trying to hold on to what he needs.
All right, hang on a minute.
He give up all his comforts, sleep out in the rain. If she said that's the way.
All right, I'm gonna go top me drink up.
When a man loves a woman, yeah.
Oi, bloody hell, Benny Colt just sent out 5 bloody memberships as well. Thank you, legend. All right, I'll shout out who got one. Carr got one. Lee Steele got one. Hunt and Hound got one. Melissa Stedman got one. Notice how I have to move and put it on my black shirt. It's easier for me to read. Jaden Callier got one. Callier. I think I said that right. Thank you, Spook, you bloody legend. All right, I'll be right back.
Deep down in his soul, she can bring him such misery.
This is the next one I'm gonna put here on the channel so we can all, like when I go live normally. This is a song about it. It's called "Born Where the Rails Split the Town." It's a song I wrote. It's called "Born Where the Rails Split the Town."
Born where the rails split the town in two. Cold nights, fast fights, had nothing to lose. Wrong side of the tracks, wrong friends, wrong calls. Learn real quick how to build brick walls. Sirens sang lullabies, steel door slam. Mama prayed hard, but the street shook my hand. Ink on my skin, dirt on my name. Every day surviving inside the flame. Gangs, fight clubs, patches on my chest. Loyal to the code, never scared of the test. In and out of cells, counting days by the light. Sleeping with one eye open every night. I was waiting for the door to get kicked right in. Either blue lights or old enemies grin. 4 times death, try to take my breath. 4 times I stood back up from the edge. I ain't a preacher, I'm a prime example. Lived the wrong way. Yeah, I gambled, I wore the scars, I paid the cost, almost lost my life.
So you know how I say on my videos, I'm not a preacher, I'm a prime example. Oh no, it's all shit. Hopefully it goes back to the same.
Almost lost it all. Now I stand here, saying hear me loud. That life ain't freedom, it'll bury you down. From my club nights to a brand new crew. Chaos crew forever, yeah, this one's for you. Prison walls teach lessons you don't forget. How fast you lose everything you protect. Missed birthdays, missed first steps. Hardest things living with the regrets. Family hurt every time I fell. screen. Didn't judge the past, just believed in me. Now the knock on the door don't freeze my soul. No more warpaths, no more patrols. I tell the truth cause I live that lie. And I don't want you to learn it my way. I ain't a preacher, I'm a prime example. Live the wrong way. Yeah, I gambled, I wore the scars, I paid the cost. Almost lost my life, almost lost it all. Now I stand here saying, hear me loud, that life ain't freedom. It'll bury you down from bike club nights to a brand new crew. Chaos crew forever, yeah, this one's for you. 4 times death called my name, 4 times I walked back through the flames. I don't glorify the blood or pain, I warn you now cause I remain. If you're listening stuck in that storm, no, it's never too late to be reborn. I ain't a preacher, I'm a prime example. I stood where you stand, I've been dismantled. If you live the opposite of the road I took, you'll do just fine. Yeah, take a good look, I built a home where strangers came. Turn pain into love, shame into flames. From a life of war to a family true. Bike club member, the chaos crew. This ain't a show. It's a second chance I always owe. Ooh, proud of this family, proud of this feeling. This is my life, Chaos Crew. Born where the rail split the town in two. Cold nights, fast fights, had nothing to lose. Wrong side of the tracks, wrong friends, wrong calls. Learn real quick how to build brick walls. Sirens sang lullabies, steel doors slammed. Mama prayed hard, but the street shook my hand. Ink on my skin, dirt on my name. Every day surviving inside the flame gang. Bike clubs, patches on my chest. Loyal to the code, never scared of the test. In and out of cells, counting days by the light. Sleeping with one eye open every night. I was waiting for the door to get kicked right in. Either blue lights or old enemies grinning. 4 times death tried to take my breath. 4 times I stood back up from the edge. I ain't a preacher, I'm a prime example. Lived the wrong way, yeah, I gambled. I wore the scars, I paid the cost. Almost lost my life, almost lost it all. Now stand here saying, hear me loud, that life ain't freedom, it'll bury you down.
Oi, Commodore, you bloody dead set legend. I met the shark, a professor from the Chase at the Good Friday appeal. I also got a photo with them. Happy Easter Sunday. Oi, thank you, legend. Buttles. I'm a prime example. I'm from Northern Ireland, just came across this channel and that song was fucking brilliant. Do you sing it yourself? I want to hear it more. Is there? So, this is one of the songs that I will be adding to my lives, but I have promised, I'll tell you what, I am setting a reminder now and I will make a Chaos Crew playlist tomorrow. I am writing a reminder down right now. Oh my God. I wonder if, hang on, can I do this? Can I do this? Nah, there's no way I can do it. I actually know this really good trick, right? And so I asked 3 questions, yeah? And I asked you 3 questions that I couldn't possibly know the answer to. There's no way I can do this on live, otherwise I'd fucking do it. But it is so good. I'll tell you, if you guys remind me next time I am in Melbourne, I will randomly ask some random stranger on the street, and I promise you I will blow their mind at knowing these. So if I'm asking a random person, I can't know the answers to these questions when I get them to pick the questions, yeah? And so I usually get 2 out of 3 questions right, and it literally blows people's mind. And so I learned how to do this when I was in prison, yeah? So this old Asian guy showed me this, and anyway, I never forgot it because I was like, this is actually fucking absolute gold. Like I need to use this in my life. And so I started doing it as a joke in prison, right? And so all the lebos and like the Muslims, they were calling me Shaitan, which means like devil, Satan, you know, if you're a Muslim. And so because they believe that they're like, what the fuck? There's no way you can know that shit. And so I've done it to people, right? So like I remember we were locked down at one time, yeah? And so like say for instance, if there's a fight in the unit and say you're all at your mate's like cell having a coffee or something, they come and just lock the door. They don't care. And so like if 5 of you's in there having a coffee, 5 of you's are stuck in there until they open the door and whatever, right? And so one dude that was in there with us was just some random, and I think he was just in there asking one of the boys if they had something. I don't know, probably drugs if I'm honest. Oi, Nessie, you bloody legend, Buddles. And so I asked this person, pick 3 questions, I will answer them, and I guarantee you I will get at least 2 of them right? And they said, yeah, no worries. And the questions he picked was this, right? What is my girlfriend's last name, and what is my girlfriend's mother's maiden name, right? And I'm like, obviously I don't know this fucking information. I don't know this random, yeah? And so anyway, I do what I do and I answer the questions and I give this guy the answers, yeah? And this guy just full flips. He's like, how the fuck did you know my girlfriend's last name? And I was like, I go, there's a part of the trick, bro. A magician never tells his trick, brother. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, how do you know my girlfriend's fucking mum's maiden name? He goes, bro, please tell me. Are you screwing my missus, bro? And I'm like, what? And he goes, please, bro, just tell me. If you are, bro, just tell me. And I'm like, bro, I am in fucking prison, bro. How is that a possibility, my friend? If you're not, I'm fucking not either, you fucking wally. And yeah, I've had people, and then I've done it this one time, and this one dude just gets up out of the cell and walks away. And I'm like, fucking pissing myself laughing. I'm like, "Oi, watch this." I get up and I go behind him, and I'm like, fucking, "Oh, bro, what's wrong?" And he's like, "Nah, bro, fucking, nah, just go away, bro." And I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" I go, "What's wrong, bro?" And he goes, "How do you know that shit, bro?" He goes, "How?" He goes, "I literally just seen you do that trick to 3 different people and you answered every question right." He goes, "How do you know those answers, bro?" And he's like full tripping out on me, like paranoid. He's like, "What the fucking hell, bro?" And yeah, it's a good trick. It's a really, really good trick. I'll tell you what I do, yeah? So what I do, I'll get like 6 bits of paper, yeah? And I'll show you, I'll tell you how I work it, yeah? I get 6 bits of paper, and then I ask 3 questions, right? But what I do is I get you to hold on to the questions that I've fucking written down, that you can see I'm writing down, and I'll give it to you, tell you to scrunch it up, put it in your hand, and hold on to your hand. Don't open your hand again until I ask the next question, and put the answer in your hand, right? And then blah, 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 we get to the last one. And so anyway, like I said, 6 questions, and then 3 questions, 6 bits of paper. And so what I do is I write the answers out twice, and I screw the answers up and I throw them down on the ground on the table and put them there. After I do it, put the other one in their hand. So the reason I make them close their hand is so they know I'm not sneaking into their hand and writing the answers down on a bit of paper. Same reason why I tell them to screw them up, right? And so anyway, they open their hand at the end, and every single answer is generally, I've never ever got under 2 questions wrong, never. But sometimes only get 2 questions right, and yeah, not 3. But yeah, it's a crazy trick. I have actually won like beers at the pub on that one. Like, yeah, it's mad. You sound like Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I'm magic too. I can make beer in a bottle disappear. Let's go. Are you a tattoo artist? No, I wouldn't say that. Although I did do most of the tattoos on this arm. The shading, that is. Not that one. Very hard to do in there. What is a yank? I mean, like, I don't know, a septic tank. I don't know, an armor tank. I don't know. We call them lots of things from my world. Oi, Eru, you bloody legend. Look, your name's on the bottom of the bloody screen twice. You bloody legend. The yank tank. So I have been vaping a lot less. I know it doesn't seem like it because like every time I'm on live I vape. But you guys know when I bought this vape, right? Look how much it's on still. 70%. On Monday, this will be 2 weeks old. I would have already smashed that in 2 weeks. But yeah, when you've got a special vape, you don't seem to worry about them ones. Oi, Tim Wilson, you bloody legend. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I'm from Austria. I'm from Australia. What's a wally or a wazzle, and what's the definition of a wazzle? It's such a funny sounding word. All right, so in prison, a wazzle is a fucking like a dickhead, a goose. You know, someone who is not like the rest of everyone else there. You know, if you are called a wazzle, you are not liked. If someone called me a wazzle in prison, them's are fighting words, and I promise you, the moment the bit of L came out of their word in that word wazzle would be the exact moment the 2 piece, 4 piece, 10 piece, fucking tap dancing, everything would start happening right at that time. That's how offensive it is to be called a wazzle. The definition of a wazzle is a goose. And, you know, a goose, you do not want to be called a goose in prison, nor do you want to go calling people a goose in prison, because them's are fighting words as well. Same with a skunk. You know, they all mean the same thing. They all mean you are no good. They mean that we are tough, you tell on people in the police station. That's what it means. But I will say this, like I literally, my last sentence was, well, my last sentence was 12 months. My last big sentence was 9 years, right? So I've done a lot of prison. I've done almost 14 years. And so I had done that time at 35 years old. Well, I had done almost 13 years at 35 years old. And then I went back for a parole breach, done 12 months, and then have not been back to prison since May 2021. Let's fucking go. Was in prison during the worst fucking time to be in prison during COVID. Was the worst. You know, you hear people sooking about being fucking locked down for 23 hours at a time. I couldn't think of anything better. Being locked away from them motherfucking lunatics for fucking 23 hours, fucking great. Awesome. But 24 hours a day is fucking too much. Like, that was crazy. Like, people were literally losing their mind. And not only did they lock people away during COVID for 24 hours, because the nurses were too scared to give people their medication, people were just cut off their medication. Dead cut off their medication. Didn't matter what it was. Guess what? You came here today, you're not on it tomorrow. Guess what? You can go call the ombudsman. We don't care. Nothing's going to fix it. I promise you. I have multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, a number of fucking abbreviated fucking mental health conditions, and every single one of my pills was cut off in one foul swoop. And let me tell you, there wasn't one moment while I was on COVID lockdown, and then we went from COVID lockdown. So as soon as you got locked up, you got sent to the map, and then everyone got sent to MRC to do 14 days, they said, right? But because I am an A2 asterisk, I'm the highest security rating. I done 19 days because they had to find somewhere to house me where someone hasn't dobbed on me and said, I don't want to be in the fucking unit with Biff because he bashed me last time. That's what happens, yeah? It has like ups and downs of being a someone in prison. And so I ended up doing 19 days. And let me tell you, so my mum will tell you, like, I mean, they cut me off everything. So I was, and this was when I was like still like, that was the time that made me stop using drugs, because like before that time I got locked up. I literally, the time I got locked up, I've got photos of it. You literally see them fucking jamming me in the back of the divvy van. I'm still wearing club fucking clothing, and they're jamming me in the back of the divvy van. They thought they had it locked, and this was in the trial. It was so fucking funny. And then, like, I can't remember this because I took a whole handful of fucking pills, can't remember a fucking thing. But it was so funny. You see the police sitting behind the police car that they've just put me in, right? And they thought, oh, yeah, we're sweet. And then next thing you know, boom, the fucking back of the fucking police divvy van comes flying open, and then I just come out fucking swinging, and there's not even any cops there. I thought that's how fucked up I was. I just thought that they were outside, so I just thought I was going to kick the door open and fucking start swinging, and yeah, they were all in the next car behind me or in the front seat of that car about to drive off, and then yeah, they got out and fucked me up. Yeah. That was the last time I got arrested. And I was that messed up, right? I was that messed up. I fell asleep in the police cells. And then I remember, right? I kept on waking up. I kept on waking up at different police stations. And I was like, why the fuck have I moved? And they're like, well, you fucking just fucking bashed someone at the police station. We had to move you. And I was like, all right. That happened like 4 times. I kept waking up. And I'm not going to lie, like I took a whole handful, when I say a handful, of benzos. Like I said, I'm not a preacher, I'm a prime example. Do the exact opposite of what I used to do, and you should do well in life. And yeah, I was messed up for days, and couldn't even remember it. When I actually landed at the map and woke up that morning, I remember going, oh fuck, I'm locked up. And by this time, I'd already been locked up for like 5 days. And yeah, that's how long it took me to come good. I'd already been at the map for 2 days, apparently. 1 day. Anyway, crazy time. COVID during fucking was crazy. Anyone that done prison time in COVID was hectic. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. Oh yeah, man. Oi, Boogaloo, Kakarot. I promise you, there's so many stories that get swept under the rug, and especially at prisons like Port Phillip, which is, it's like we're led to believe it's closed, but I promise you, it is not closed. I rang it the other day, and they still have St. Paul's is open and St. John's is open, which is one is the hospital and one is the psych ward. So they are still open. So generally what people would do, say for instance, if like you're at Barwon and you've got an ingrown toenail, they will send you to Port Phillip, to the Port Phillip Hospital, because they have a hospital there, and you will get, like, everyone used to go to Port Phillip, and then if it's too much for Port Phillip to do, they send you from Port Phillip to St. Augustine's, which is the prison ward at St. Vincent's Hospital. So at St. Vincent's Hospital, I think it's floor number 13, I believe, and it's called St. Augustine's, and it's like a prison. It's like it's a hospital, fucking, but they've got like locked up prison cells in there. It's crazy, and the beds are like got handcuffs and shit on it. Like, yeah, it's pretty full on. I ain't been in the big system in 20 plus years. Oi, Badors, Harry Harris. That's a mad fucking. That's mad. That's a mad milestone. It's a long time. Oi, that's a first. Your super chats don't work. Oh, so I don't know. They've added some like new animated gifs. Few people have done them tonight. Badors, thank you, legends. So I think you have to turn them on now. I don't know for sure, but I know I did, as I join other people's lives and gift as well. Nah, oi, I don't think so. No, I don't. I thought I did at the start, but I was thinking of I was thinking of fucking oh, what's it called, that movie? Doctor he's a Marvel dude. Fucking Dr. Oh, you bloody legend. He says this one goes to Cyborg. Buttles. Oof. Biff, serious question, bro. When I went in Marlborough unit in 2021, people were calling each other toff. What does it mean? All right, so a toff is a good thing, yeah? So in prison, I know when I was when I was young kid, yeah, I used to think a toff was a posh person. And that's what I was led to believe what a toff was. But in prison, a toff, if someone calls you a toff, there's actually no better word than someone can call you in prison than a toff. It means that you are a top fucking something faithful fella or something like that. Anyway, it's a good thing. Toff is a good thing. So a toff is a good word. If someone calls you a toff, it is a good word in prison. I know it sounds like it's a fucking having a dig at you, but it's not. It's quite literally probably if someone comes up to you in prison and says, "Hey, how you going, toff?" Like, although like your first instinct might be to headbutt that person. I don't know. It's not a bad word. It's actually probably the best thing that someone can. It means that you're trusted. It means like it's got a lot of meaning to it. That word. That's more than just a word. Yeah. So it means that you're a good bloke. It means that you're trusted. It means that you don't fucking snitch in the police station. I think a lot of people use it. It's like a lot of people use it like, you know what I mean, but yeah, that's generally what it was. Oi, Buttles, Boomerang Girl. Biff, do you think the police force, thank you, Boomerang. Biff, do you think the police force are another branch of organised crime? My dad and granddad's always told me this. So I'll tell you something, right? I will tell you something. There is not one part of, you know, corruption and corrupt police come hand in hand with the real crime world. Do you know what I mean? Like people that are doing petty crime and fucking stealing razors from the supermarket and shit like that, they're not, do you know what I mean? But like, I seen it so much as I actually would get offered corruption. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's actually quite fucking wacky. But I would get offered corruption. Like, do you need my help? I will give you my assistance. And I'd be like, fuck off, dickhead. Like, are you for fucking real? And what? In return, I give you assistance. Like, fuck off, mate. Go 5 doors down, mate. They'll snitch, not me, mate. But they'd be like, no, like you pay us and we will fucking, you'll what? You'll be in my business. That's what you will be. Fuck off, mate. I don't do crime, so why would I need you? But yeah, it happens a lot and it comes hand in hand. And as soon as the drug world went from amphetamine to methamphetamine, to be quite fucking frank, when it went from speed to ice, it changed the whole criminal world. The landscape of it, everything changed almost overnight. It was fucking bizarre. And like I've made videos before where I used to sell meth to Qantas pilots, international Qantas pilots, right? And I made a video about this and people asked me, what crimes or things that I've done am I ashamed of? That's that. I promise you, that is one of the worst things that I would say that I am ashamed of doing is like doing that, knowing that I knew that they were pilots. And it wasn't until one day, and I'll tell you what it was, yeah. It was the MH 370, whatever it was. And I was actually in prison at the time, and I just said like fucking, yeah, I'm never going to do that again. Like, fucking hell. That is probably exactly why that plane went missing. Who knows? Not because of me, but I'm saying, like, those pilots made it quite clear to me that um, stimulant type drugs in the aviation industry is massive. Massive. Dennis Tanner, cop, criminal, or both? I mean, both. Both, 100%. The dude was like, he lost his job after they accused him of the second life he had taken. Do you know what I mean? There's no other way of, like, and he was a dangerous fucking cop, I'll tell you that. Hey! I can't say who done that yet, but Buttles, thank you, legend. Benny Colt, you bloody legend. Buttles. I was manipulated by cops from about age 9. I refused to speak to them. Yeah, look, I was brought up to, like, my dad was funny, yeah. Like I know that he wanted to like, it was a very hard love at my house, yeah. And like, so I was in a fucked up scenario where I would, like, so if I fucking, like, I couldn't win, yeah. If I didn't fight at school, if I came home and said I was getting picked on and I didn't bash that kid the next day, well then I was getting a clipping. And then, like, if fucking I came home and said I was in a fight and I just got suspended for fighting, I'd get a clipping for fucking fighting. I'd be like, what is going on here? And you know, it's like I would get a clipping for fighting, I would get a clipping not for fighting. I was so fucking confused. I'm not even joking. And like, I mean, yeah. Thank you, Commodores, you bloody legend. 2016, my first day in jail. Someone called me a champ. I turned around so fast and smashed them in the face. My Sally's at the sub taught me some jail lingo. Yeah, that is probably the worst thing you can call someone in prison. So, along with, you know, champ, right? So, champ means pedophile. There's no other way about it. Champ rhymes with tamp. Tamp is a pedophile. That's what crims call pedophiles. They are tamps, right? So, a tamp, champ, rah, rah, rah. So, a champ, a rat, a dog, a skunk, a goose, all of those words will get you equally as fucked up. You do not want to go call, as Commodore's just said, first day in prison, someone called them champ, and you have to do that, right? And so Commodores would have found, and they will give me a thumbs up, I'm 100% sure of this, would have found themselves in a position that would have known that they were in a position that if they didn't do that, if someone called them champ and other people heard it, and you didn't do that, guess what? That's going to happen to you for not doing that when someone did that to you. It's a fucked up world. And, yeah. Wrongins. That's them. Oi, good night, Lorraine, you bloody legend. All right, I'm just going to the Brasco, guys. Sorry. It's Friday night. It happens.
On that long and lonesome highway,
East of Omaha.
you can listen to the engine rolling out his one-note song. You can think about the woman, the girl you knew the night before, but your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through. Say, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. but you just want to explode. Most times you can hear them talk, other times you can't. All the same old cliches, is that a woman or a man? And you always seem outnumbered. You don't dare make a stand. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing the star again. There I go.
All right, that's a good question, Cyborg. How many cops are incarcerated in Victoria? At the moment, I mean, so they are people that very, very rarely you would see. Are they people that can't be got to? I will say this: it is getting harder and harder to get these people. But I promise you, as long as there is private prisons, there will always be corruption, and there's no two ways about it. When you've got a private corporation running something that a government should be fucking running, like there's always going to be corruption because they deal with all their stuff in-house. You know, they have their own corruption watchdog and all this bullshit. And yeah, it just seems like it happens a lot in private prisons. Oi, Gunny, a bloody legend. Oh, you know the Gunny nickname. I started that, right? Because you know when like in army movies and stuff, and like you've got like the gunner, the guy that does the gun, like the gun. That every army movie's got a gunner, you know, or a gunny, sorry. And then yeah, he's like that's what it in my head, so that's how it stuck, gunny. Do you think women's prison is worse or better? I mean, look, obviously I've been inside a women's prison before on the bus, and do you know what? True story. Every single time I went on the bus to pick up the girls to go to court or drop the girls back off after court, obviously the girls go on the same bus as us. They just go in a different section. Every single time I went to Dame Phyllis Frost Centre on the bus, the girls would show me their boobs. They would flash their boobs at the bus every single time. Every time without fail, I went there on the bus. Every single time. But I'll tell you what I know, yeah. I know a lot of females that have been there. I spoke to a lot of screws that work there, and no screw that I ever spoke to that worked in Dame Phyllis and men's prison never ever once said that a men's prison is worse. They all said that it is worse. They are all fucking crazy. I mean this in the most respectful way, but he said, come some certain time of month, he said, when all fucking 400 people are like that, he goes, it's crazy fucking times. Like, yeah. I mean that respectfully, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean it's 100% the truth, but my caseworker at MRC worked at DPFC, and the stories she told me are fucking crazy. Broom handle sticks kept behind the officer's post, cucumbers, carrots, pre-cut. Yeah, so that's something that I did know. I did know that that the you know, all the longer objects like that are put away, and the longer vegetables like those ones are diced up, pre-diced up. Oh, and I promise you, they should do that in man's jail too, mate, because there's some sick fucks in there. Use your imagination, and yeah. You know, I made a video on this once, right? So an officer at Port Phillip lost his job for making somebody who was not capable of thinking clearly, somebody who was less mentally capable than most people, and so this was somebody who was, you know, was had some different. I don't know how to say this correctly, right? So this person was like, yeah, had mental problems and stuff like that. But anyway, the kitchen staff actually lost their job from making this dude boot, right? So in prison we use the word boot. So if someone says, "Oh, I got to boot this," right? So here's a perfect timing. This is a very popular item in prison, yeah? These little yowie things like this is the most bottom swallowed item, I promise you. So when someone says, "I've got to get rid of this," and they say, "I've got to boot it," that means go in your back bank, in your bottom bank. And so that's exactly what these screws did on this day. They actually made this guy use his butt bank to put this salami away. And when I say salami, I mean like a Don full length fucking salami. And yeah, made him swallow it from behind, and done serious internal damage actually. Still had plastic on it and everything apparently. And yeah, those officers lost their life. If I could literally sit here all night and tell you guys about horrors that went on at Port Phillip prison. Like, I don't like, yeah. So like, I'll tell you this other one, right? And I've made a video of this, so it doesn't matter. But it's fucking crazy. So if you guys like, you know, like can't stomach stuff, I suggest you turn the live off for 5 minutes because it's about to get next level for a second. So I remember I just got out of the slot, right? So it was when I'd been moved to Loddon and I got charged with attempted murder, and I got moved back to Port Phillip and I was in the slot for 19 months, right? And so when they took me out of the slot, they put me into the brand new unit at Port Phillip at the time, which is called Matilda. And so the same day that I got there, there was this Pacific Islander guy. I believe he might have been Fijian actually. But anyway, this guy was fucking huge. Like, I'm talking John Coffey fucking this guy was like John Coffey from, and from the Green Mile. And so he was in the medical cell already. And so the reason they put him in the medical cell was because he was not all there, right? And so he was having some incidences, and so they gave him the medical cell, which has it's just better equipped for that type of person. And then so for whatever reason he got locked down on the day that I got there, and then he actually he was screaming to let him out, yeah. And like this guy was big and scary, yeah. So like they were like, no, we're not letting you out. Like you are literally gonna fucking hammer all our screws into the ground like a fucking nail. Like this guy was big, yeah, like 6'7", 6'8", fucking big guy. And yeah, would have been 140, 150 kilos, big fucking guy. And so anyway, he's banging on the door, let me out, let me out, let me out. They're like, no, we're not letting you out. You're staying in there, and as a matter of fact, you're now moving now because you've done too much bullshit. And he was like, what? You'll move me? And fucking, anyway, I'll just cut to the chase. So anyway, he, down there, he's no square. So he went there and he cut that off, and then he ate that. So I'm not even, I can't even. So anyway, what I just said was he cut his pecker off, put it in his mouth, and fucking ate it. And that is no fucking bullshit. Like the most gruesome thing that anyone can see. And now let me tell you something. If you think you have seen someone bleed, you have not seen someone bleed until they're bleeding from the snub that used to be their pecker. Yeah? Like I promise you, this guy was like, wow. And yeah, we all got locked down pretty quick, but yeah, I got to see what I seen, and it was pretty fucking gruesome. And these are the stuff that gets swept under the carpet. You never hear of this shit on the news. Like, you never hear of it. Like, people literally get set upon by 4 or 5 people, stabbed like fucking 60 to 70 times, nearly die. Some do die. Like, you would never hear it. You never ever hear it on the news that someone just lost their life in prison. You never fucking hear it. But you go on Google and ask them, how many people have died in prison. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a gift. What the fuck, bro? You fucking legend. Oi, thank you, legend. Butters, oi, Brett Stevens. Oi, I actually thought that like, to me, that looked like something what looked like what you got on your Apple Macintosh when you got a virus or something. Oi, thank you, legend. Oi, but that tripped me out. Yeah, man. And so, like, I can tell you, there was more blood than I've ever seen. Yeah, maybe not. So, but a lot of blood. A lot of blood. It did. I actually did. Did you see me straight away? I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. Fucking crazy, man. Oh yeah, Harry, I bet you've seen the worst of the worst there. Um, yeah, fucking yeah. Frankie Waghorn, one of my good mates actually. Um, I still speak to Frank's. Oi, Eastside, you bloody legend. Buttles, send a fucking chili. All these animated gifs are tripping me out because this is new to YouTube. This never happened before. But I still keep in touch with Frank's wife. Beck, lovely lady, and I was very, very close with Frank. As a matter of fact, yeah, we were like, he was one of my really, really good mates. Yeah, so he actually passed away at my girlfriend's joint while I was in prison. Oi, gee whiz, Buttles, Silver Star and all. What drives someone to that point? So this guy, I know this guy, he'd come from the psych unit, yeah? So he'd come from the psych unit. Like I said, there's still the only two units that are open at Port Phillip now is St. Paul's and St. John's. One is a psych ward and one is a hospital ward, and they are both at Port Phillip. And so he had come from there. And so this is what they used to do. I say this all the time. So they shut down all the psych wards in Victoria, except for one, and put, except for two, three. Anyway, they shut down 95% of all psych wards in Victoria and sent all psych patients to prison. So therefore, a lot of crazies came to prison. I guess, I'm not even sticking up for the prison, but like I was there. They were like fucking, they did not know what to do with these people. Like it was like there was an onslaught of these people coming. Thomas Embley was filled, and um, yeah, man. Like I don't know what pushes someone to that point. I can almost guarantee you that if it's not a hereditary psych condition, like some type of schizophrenia, then it's drug induced psychosis. Most of this crazy shit that you see on the news, wherever, stories that you see me do, it's people that have fucking have drug psychosis. Like I promise you, ice, methamphetamine has fucked the world in Australia. Like it really, really has. And it's bad. Like it's probably worse than it's ever been. I think it started to get better there for a little bit, but like I think it's plain to see that that's not the case. Like I think it's really, really fucking bad, and I think that that's what pushes people. And when people have those type of mental conditions, the last place they should be is in a prison where they have to pay for your medication, especially a private prison where they have to pay for your medication every single day. The last thing they want to do is spend money on you in prison. And if you've got some mental fucking health condition, well, guess what? They're going to sign you out of the fucking the mental health ward because they've got someone else coming in and they need that fucking bed more important than your bed. And then what happens? You wake up the next day, you have a fucking turn, chemical imbalance, and you go and fucking stab a screw to death. And guess who's to blame? You are. You're to blame. Like, yeah, it's brutal, man. It's fucking brutal. Like, you know what? Like, I can't even say. Like, I've been to every single maximum security prison in Victoria. Um, I, I was at Loddon for a very little amount of time. But I've done real hard fucking prison, and like, yeah, man, like there's nothing, nowhere compares to what Port Phillip is like. And then I will say the closest to Port Phillip is Fulham, the B rating jail, which is like a maximum security. People get killed at Fulham. People have lost their life at Fulham. Like Fulham's a dangerous fucking jail. Why? Because it's private. It's fucking private. Um, yeah. Do you know much about Thomas Embley? Yeah, I've been there. So they sent me to Thomas Embley twice, actually, when I was in prison. So um, apparently, what I did, they deemed it was like fucking crazy, and I was like, But everyone's doing this shit in jail. What are you talking about? Why send me to this fucking joint? First person I meet is like, hey, going, I'm just letting you know I'm Jesus Christ. I am the second coming. I'm Jesus Christ. You actually couldn't have met a better person. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, I couldn't have met a worse person, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk to you. And the last thing I want you to tell me is that you're Jesus Christ. Like, fuck me. But I'll tell you something, right? I've been some places, you know what I mean? But that one took the cake. That one took the fucking cake. Um, I had to get a fucking forensic psychologist report. And now that I think about it, I didn't even get the forensic psychologist report done at Thomas Emling. I think they just wanted to get me out of Port Phillip for a little bit. But yeah, I ended up there a couple of times, and yeah, fucking scary place, mate. It is very old, and um, it is as clinical as a fucking psych ward you could ever imagine would be like. By the way, legends, I am going to be jumping off in 18 minutes, so just giving you guys the heads up. I guess that will be 11 o'clock. Now, look, I can't tell you much about Fulham because I haven't been there. I've been to one B rating prison ever, and I lasted 6 hours, and then I was charged with attempted murder, and then I done 19 months in the slot, charged with attempted murder. Had to ring my mum whilst I was doing a 9-year sentence and say, "Mumsy, how you going?" So I'm in the slot again. Mum's like, "Yeah, what's new?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I've just been charged with attempted murder." Yeah. So you know how I'm supposed to be coming home in 4 years? There is a good chance that I'm not coming home for another 15 now. Add 15 to that 9 makes 20. I'm not coming home for another 20 years, Mum. That was one of the hardest phone calls I ever had to make, I'll tell you. And yeah. Yeah, thank you. But like, look, it wasn't, you know, I really, really, I really, really pushed everything to its absolute limits, and you know, I got stabbed in prison. You know, I was jumped by 10 other people, and fucking was jumped and stabbed, and you know, I went through so many fucking different like traumatic things in prison. Um, yeah. And when you spend most of your time in units like Scarborough South and Scarborough North, you see nothing but absolute fucking like just next level shit. Like it is not. I'll tell you something, right? There is not another place like other than Diosma at Barwon, but this would never happen. This would never get let to happen at Barwon because Barwon is a government prison and they play by the rules there. Yeah, most of them do anyway. But these private prisons, I'll tell you, right? So I remember once. Now, we all knew that something was going to happen. We didn't know how bad it was. We just all knew, right? So generally, if something really big's about to happen, you'll know. You'll know before it happens. So people that are going to do that big thing, if you're somebody, they'll come up and tell you, like, listen, go and grab your shit. We're about to get locked down for a few days, yeah? And so that generally means they're going to take someone out, right? And so you do your due diligence. You go and grab everything that you need to be locked down over for a fucking few days. If you don't have meagering noodles, you go around like a fucking madman trying to borrow meagering noodles off everyone because you get hungry because you're going to be locked in. And Yeah, but you know when something is going to happen. But so we knew that something was going to happen on this day, but we didn't know it was going to happen like this. And so this guy, I've made videos on this as well, but like it really does it no justice because it was sheer terror style shit. And the screws just sat there and watched it happen. So yeah, we knew something was going to happen. We just didn't know when. We just didn't know how. We just knew that it was going to be the Asians attacking one guy, right? Now, this guy had robbed the Asians outside on the street, yeah? I can tell you, there is nothing, if you want to do crime, yeah, one of the worst crimes you can do is robbing drug dealers if you are going to end up in prison, right? Because where do you think drug dealers go? Well, the ones that don't snitch anyway. So, is prison. And so anyway, this guy had robbed an Asian, had rocked up in this unit, and like this guy had only literally his feet had only hit the floor in that unit, not very fucking long. And then yeah, we all got the heads up, like go grab your shit, we're gonna take this dude out, rah rah rah. And then like so we all knew it was happening right then. It didn't even matter if you didn't know, if you weren't a someone, you could hear it. You could hear it. And like I swear to God, right? All you could hear was like 5 Asians with big bladed instruments in their hands running them through another person's fucking body. And like all this person was yelling out at the top of his lungs, screaming, blood curdling screams. You're murdering me. Like, you're fucking murdering me. Like I'm talking like the loudest blood curdling screams you've ever fucking heard, right? And I remember, right? I remember just like looking out my cell door like that, straight down at the screws desk, and they're just looking straight up there at the cell. It was up there on the top tier, and they're just up there looking, talking to each other. One of them gets out. This is back before smoking was fucking. So back before smoking was banned in fucking 2015. The screws just used to go out the fucking chook pen, which is the backyard in every unit, and have a smoke, right? No shit. Screws just fucked off and had a smoke. Dude was getting fucking murdered. They heard it. They seen it. And this is before, like, people do not understand this. Port Phillip Prison did not have fucking, in every unit. They did not have cameras in every unit. It finished in 2018 when they finished installing cameras in every unit. So this is a prison that was open since 1996. And they did not have cameras in the fucking units where fucking prisoners live and spend all day every day until 2018? What the fuck? So yeah, it didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. Like, you know, this day and age, they could never do that because there's cameras. They would need to act straight away. But back then when there was no cameras, mate, screws used to watch people get murdered and not fucking care. They don't care. The last thing they want to do is fucking like, and imagine like having, like they can't be known to be knowing this shit. Then it's a fucking whole separate investigation. Like, yeah, everything gets swept under the rug in private prisons. Like, and I'm telling you, like, that was like it was like a full grown man screaming. Blood curdling screams, was literally getting stabbed. He got stabbed like fucking 30 something times in a matter of like minutes. And like, yeah, I remember like fucking, yeah, like just so much shit, you know? And like, it's just all bad. It was just all bad shit at Port Phillip. Every day. Day in, day out. I'll tell you this, right? So Scarborough South and Scarborough North, people call them Scarb South and Scarb North. So every single unit at Port Phillip is named after one of the ships from the First Fleet, yeah? So when fucking the English came over here and fucking stole Australia, all of those ships is what they fucking named. They named them after ships of the First Fleet. So Scarborough. Anyway, so they've got Salamander, fucking Fishburne, Swallow, Gorgon, Wax and Beard, Marlborough. Yeah, they're all names of boats from the First Fleet. But yeah, fuck man, just a horror show there, an absolute fucking horror show there. I can't even tell you, like, over my whole amount of prison career, like I said, I've almost done 14 years. It's nothing to boast about. I'm not boasting. I'm just saying, over that amount of time, I've probably seen, it's countless amount of people lose their lives for the most bullshit reasons, never to come back. They're never coming back. Guess what? They don't have a story to tell because they can't tell it. Like, they're never, ever, their souls are never leaving that prison, mate. Forever trapped in that hell. I couldn't think of anything fucking worse, if you ask me. Honestly. But this is exactly why I tell people, and this is why I say at the end of every single video, don't do drugs and crime and you won't end up in prison. Because I can promise you right now, like, I haven't been back to prison. In May this year, it'll be 5 years, right? So when I left 2021, it was bonkers. It was absolutely fucking bonkers. Like, I literally, the last person I seen lose his life, lost it in this exact fashion, like this, right? He was asked to bring drugs in on a visit. He was stood over and asked to bring drugs in on a visit. So he was led to believe that if he didn't bring drugs in on this visit, you're going to lose your life. We're going to kill you, mate. Like, we seen you having visits with your wife. We're going to get our mates to fucking drop drugs off to her and she's going to bring them in for you. And this guy had no choice but to say yes, because they told him they were going to kill him anyway. So this guy gets back from the visit with nothing. No drugs. These people had already got this guy's address off this guy. He agreed to it because he was just scared. He was like, I'm going to fucking die. And he was scared. He gave him his missus's address. These people went and dropped off drugs at this poor guy's fucking house. And his missus did not bring him in. His girlfriend, his wife didn't bring those drugs in, right? But they were given to him to do that. But they were just way too scared. Like, anyway, this guy gets back from the visit, Scarb North, tells these people that he's empty-handed. They literally butchered him. Dead. Brown bread. See you later. Never ever to walk the fucking out of prison again. All because he came back with nothing. He only agreed to doing it because he was absolutely fucking petrified that he was going to get fucking fish filleted by one of the worst crews in prison. They took his life anyway. Do you know what I mean? They took his life anyway. So, like, it was lose-lose. It was lose-lose for that guy. Do you know what I mean? And so the truth is, like, if that guy had bought those drugs in, and had have got through and gave those to those people, guess what? That would have been that hell for that guy and that guy's wife for the whole entirety of his prison sentence. You are now locked in on that. Otherwise, they're going to stab you. You end up in a unit like that, and especially when they don't have fucking cameras, you are literally, your life is in your own hands. Like, it's in, the screws aren't helping you. The screws are not coming to help you one bit. Like, this guy at Scarp that was getting stabbed that I seen, right, was screaming. Like, I'm talking a man screaming fucking loudly, very loudly, like, stop. And here's the thing, It wouldn't have even mattered if we all wanted to good bloke ourselves and go in there and stop the Asians from stabbing that guy. Guess what? Port Phillip's like other prisons now. You can lock the door from the inside, yeah? Other prisons like Barwon, you can't lock your door. So there's no sleeping in the morning. Otherwise, your door's getting swung open and whooshka, whooshka, whooshka. But yeah, no one could get in there to help this guy anyway, even if they wanted to. They were all locked in there. And literally, this is exactly what happened. I remembered it. They all walked out and they're all going fucking, right? So I've told you what group of people they were. So the same amount of people that went in there was the exact same amount of people, maybe a little bit more, standing on the outside waiting for when they came out. As soon as they came out, they all went poof, 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 passed off weapons. Those little gophers went off and fucking stashed those weapons. The dudes who fucking did the deed went to the fucking, got rid of all fucking, put it straight in the fucking wash. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing to be seen. No evidence because there's no cameras. No cameras. So, they rely on physical evidence. And when there's no physical evidence, well, fuck. So many people, and this is why I do what I do. So many good people are never ever like to, their kids are visiting now at the cemetery, not visiting them at prison. That should be nobody's last resting place, in prison. Fuck, no one wants that. The Fubar video clip too on the one screws. Oh yeah, so that incident actually took place in, I believe, in 2000 when in 2015 when the riot happened at MRC, they changed Port Phillip prison around. So they made one of the protection units. They moved all the protection prisoners out and they made it a management unit. And so that was Alex South, I think. North. Anyway, one's protection, one's fucking not. But that's where that happened, that Fubar incident. So they were all locked down. That was a lockdown unit. So there's only supposed to be like maybe 8 people on a run out at a time. That's like a 78 person unit. So they have like 6 or 7 run outs per day. And then, yeah, that's where that happened. But yeah, that happened at Port Phillip, that Fubar shit. And it says, right, it says that it is the POWs against GFAM, right? I can tell you that is not true. That guy getting attacked is not GFAM, right? And so the reason that he did get attacked is because he was apparently friends with GFAM, which if you are white and you are seen associating with the Pacific Islander gang and any of the POWs see that, guess what? It is shank sandwich time for you. Oi! Juggy, a bloody legend. Were you lucky enough to get conjugal visits in there? Nah, look, I'm an A2 asterisk, yeah. So like, they do conjugal visits at some prisons, but yeah, I'm an A2 asterisk. We don't get very many privileges, so nah, not really. But all right, legends, I am going to be jumping off. We've just hit the 2-hour mark, and yeah, thank you guys for another awesome live. Like I said, I'll more than likely be live tomorrow, and then we're going to be doing the members only live on Sunday night. This will be our first members only live, so I'm doing a live tomorrow where I don't usually, so everyone that is not a member can join the chat and stuff like that. Oi, Boomerang Buddles! Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone gifting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eru. Going bloody mental tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah, much love, much respect. And yeah, so video premiere tomorrow. I'm back to doing videos every night again. And yeah, So video premiere tomorrow. So I've started doing my video premieres at 6 o'clock. It seems to be a bit better of a time for everyone, and it's not going to interfere with the footy if I do a long video and stuff as well. So, but yeah, much love, much respect. Thank you guys, as always. Yeah, and as always, don't do drugs and crime and you won't end up in prison. We out.